Still looking at me.
Hey yo, what's up guys? What's good? How are you doing today? Good afternoon and welcome back to another reaction video. It's your boy the multitasker, Mighty Avenger, the one and only Mr. Avenger, Mr. MA or Mighty Son at your service. I'm doing alright. You could say that felt like a little hungover, just waking up early this morning, even though that I didn't drink. I wish I did, but I was just really exhausted and tired. Lots has been going on. Like yesterday, there was a really nasty typhoon that hit Japan, and I hope everyone stay indoors and being safe and all from all the strong winds and the rain. And just hours ago that the world said goodbye to the Queen of England, and it was a beautiful funeral, and yet it's still sad just to see that she's no longer with us, but she is in a better place now. But I still like to send my condolence. But other than that, it's just been pretty much the same. Just pretty slow, but nice one. And it looked like it's going to be raining soon. So yeah, I hope that it's going to be a 30% chances, but we'll see. But in the meantime, the show begins, and we're just about that close for Monday Night Raw to begin. But it's time for DeathBattle episode. Black Adam versus Apocalypse. Yep, it's DC versus Marvel. Here we go again. Two of the biggest villains. Well, if you wanted to consider them as villains, yes, and there will be sometimes they could try to redeem themselves, but still, there's a nature of the villainy. There's that. I barely know much about Black Adam other than what I already know from Injustice 2. And of course, that the new movie starring with Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, is going to be starring. So I am excited to take a look at it, which I already reacted of the trailer. Apocalypse, now that I am recognizing him the most. Mostly I remember him in the X-Men, the animated series. And he was a big deal back then, and not to mention being as the final boss in X-Men versus Street Fighter. I was thinking something else in a different game, but no, it's definitely X-Men versus Street Fighter, and now he's part of the X-Men, or as the mutant console of the island of Krakoa. So yeah, there's that. And if it serves me correct, that those two actually fought before that, but that was in DBX. That was a year back. So now we're actually going to have to see those two. Technically, we're going to see those fight in the DeathBattle episode. So I guess that leads to the question is, which of the two of the Immortal Warriors is going to be walking out? So it's going to be a very dicey one, but we're going to see exactly who's going to walk out. So let's begin. And if you enjoy this, be sure to click the likes and also leave the comments down below. But let's begin, and time to react.
Black Adam, DC's ferocious champion of Shazam.
Apocalypse, Marvel's baleful mutant conqueror.
Anubis, Toth, Ra. For over 30 centuries, Egyptian mythology spawned countless legends.
And we've got comics' biggest baddies this
And
side
yeah,
of the
and they're
He's
both
Wiz and I'm
has
Boomstick.
the
And
central
it's our
of
job
the
to analyze their
Egyptian
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who
of
would
these
win.
two. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot to mention that.
You've heard of Gotham, the Mascara, Metropolis, just a few of DC's unique tourist spots.
But there's another. South of the Mediterranean Sea and north of the Sinai Peninsula rests the sovereign nation of Kahndaq.
While those spots have Superman and Batman solving crimes like it's magic, Kahndaq's got an actual magic man saving them, Black Adam.
Long ago, Teth Adam and his people were enslaved by the conqueror Ebok and his army of barbarians. All he had left was his nephew, Amon. Upon fleeing certain death, the two stumbled onto the Rock of Eternity, a mystic lair that has defended magic since the dawn of time. Here, the two earned an audience with the lair's masters, the excellently named Council of Wizards.
Seeing the purity in little Lamont's heart, this wannabe Gandalf decked him out with super magic. And being the nice guy he is, Amon shared some magic power with his uncle. Spoiler alert! Not his best idea.
They returned to Kahndaq to free their people, but their methods reached an impasse. Amon wanted to use his powers to resolve matters in a peaceful fashion. However, Teth Adam desired vengeance, emancipation through slaughter.
So Uncle Teth sat his nephew down, man to man, looked him straight in the eyes, and then frickin' killed him. Then used his borrowed power to steal the rest of the super magic. You know what they say? No nephew, no problem.
With the full might of the wizards at his fingertips, Black Adam annihilated the barbarians and freed his city. Suffice to say, he's not exactly your typical hero.
Even the superhero A-listers don't try him, and for good reason. Kmart Merlin here didn't give Adam some nerdy wand, but that dope shit, the living lightning.
While it may function just like real lightning, this living lightning is among the most potent spells in comics history.
It's magic lightning. You ever see normal lightning kickstart a giant's heart and juice up the Flash? Because Black Adam's lightning did, and activating it is as easy as saying the magic word, Shazam! Wait, hold up, that's Billy's word. Shouldn't he shout like, Black Adam, or Shazoo!
Remember, Kmart Merlin? This is Mamaragan, the mightiest of the wizards. To better protect the multiverse's magic, he promotes individuals to be his mythic champions. Black Adam is one of the first. So, kind of like Shazam with another name.
I like my idea better. Shazoo! It really lets you know you gotta be quiet, like when you're in a zoo or, you know, the animals will kill you. Wait, is that not a real thing? Can I talk at the zoo?
But when Teth Adam shouts his magic word, lightning pours from the clouds, transforming him from meager human to wizard Jesus. And vice versa. Simply put, Black Adam is imbued with the powers of God. Well, gods, plural, as his gifts come from multiple mythological legends.
At first, he got juiced up from the Greek gods. Zeus, Atlas, Herc, you know, all those buff guys and gals. But it didn't really work out, though, because he kinda died.
Yet Kahndaq craved for their hero's return. So Black Adam's most devoted followers collected all of his ashes and prayed their hearts out. This time, to their own pantheon.
Goodbye, muscles, and hello, bird people! Black Adam was reborn, now with the powers of the Egyptian pantheon. Gods like Shu, Amun, and Horus gave Adam the basics. Super strength, speed, flight, and an undying body. But the real magic's with the other three.
The power of Aten channels the living lightning throughout his entire body for combative purposes. And the wisdom of Zehuti improves Black Adam's strategic thinking.
It's a council of knowledge from the gods that clues Black Adam in on how to defeat his enemies. Like, for instance, when evil Joker Batman drove Billy mad, Billy went all King Shazam on Kahndaq. But guess what? Zehuti had Black Adam instinctively lead Billy into a trap to destroy his ass with the power of Sunday prayers. Hallelujah! Holy shit!
And finally, the courage of Mehen. Besides minor healing and resistance to mental attacks, Mehen's power granted Black Adam an indomitable will.
It's got him through some really rough patches. His family, dead. His country, wasted. His wife got revived. She turned to stone. You can knock him down, sure, but he ain't staying there.
Mehen helped make Black Adam a non-wavering and decisive leader. The whole world can turn against him, but he would not care so long as Kahndaq is safe. To reach those ends, he's partnered with the Justice Society of America, the Society of Supervillains, and even the Justice League.
Yeah, and that's the current one, but I think that he
is Black Adam a good guy or a bad guy?
I think
neither. Only the side that benefits his people matters. He's not concerned with morality, and his brash nature is frequently misunderstood. It's what led to the entire
in a way,
JSA
he's kind of like Submariner.
And they still couldn't check him.
He's a villain, he's a hero, an anti-hero. I mean, he only cares about his people.
The moon and killed the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
One time when space cultists came a knocking on Earth, he fought side by side with his best bro, Sinestro. Afterward, when the Yellow Lanterns dipped and took their rings with them, Sinestro
ring,
let Adam keep the one he got.
The ring of fear.
Now that's a bromance. And can I just say, Black Adam makes a mean lightning tiger.
He murdered the Council of Wizards and later endangered Momorgan himself. And the Almighty Wizards are part of the Quintessence, basically DC's gods who watch over the multiverse.
No surprise, since Black Adam effortlessly broke Spectre's body, another Quintessence person.
Sure, he's torn off Hawkman's wing and tried to kill Wonder Woman, but through the eyes of his people and loved ones, Black Adam is a hero. A moment's gaze from their idol is all they need to carry on living.
So invaders beware, no one's truly safe from the true, savage champion of Shazam. Ah shit, I was kinda hoping I'd transform there. Shazoo! Let me tell you about one of my favorite graphic novels. It spells the end of all days, when madness reigns supreme and order is shattered, mounted upon white horses, death, destruction, pestilence, and famine bring about a world anew.
Okay, and this is the end. Which, by the way, the damn movie is on Netflix.
Are you talking about the Bible?
What? No, this is a Marvel comic. 5,000 years ago in Marvel Comics, the Egyptian Aqaba tribe birthed something terrible. An ugly child. To them, he was a demon. Like a mix between Great Value Thanos and a box of chalk sticks. So they midnight dumpster babied his ass in the desert to die.
God.
Luckily, Baal of the Crimson Sands tribe saw differently. Within this child, he saw a conqueror. He raised him as En-Saba-Nur, the morning light.
And above all, he taught him one major lesson. Only the strong survive.
Nur became a warrior, same as his peers, but his physical differences made his experience unique. He was stronger, smarter, and hated. Even to these people, he was an outsider.
Then the Pharaoh killed Baal and enslaved Nur. Dude had
So he's
no
been
one left on
given
his side except for this chick
numerous
who he had a thing
names.
for. But everyone he meets apparently just wants ugly people to die, even when he saves their life. Shit, just swipe right, girl. Goddamn.
And so he embraced the perceived truth. If he was a monster, he would prove it. Betrayed by all and respected by none, if no one would care for En-Saba-Nur, they would all fear Apocalypse.
Long story short, he's a mutant.
Okay, that's
and
one
not
origin
just a
that I never knew
creepy-looking
about
dude
that.
Like beak over the... Oh, God, I'm gonna throw up in my mouth a little bit. Anyway, he's got superpowers, and they're on a whole nother level.
He has inhuman physiology and intelligence, along with complete control over his molecular structure, allowing him to reshape and mold his body however he pleases.
Yeah, but I guess he's too proud to just, like, turn himself into Jason Momoa or something.
With the combination
What?
of his not-so-screwed-tight tactical brain and prowess, Apocalypse conquered Egypt, leading it into a prosperous age with an iron fist and an ocean of blood. He'd then set his sights on the very world itself.
Just one problem. The world had a bunch of X-Men and Avengers running around stopping his...
Sorry about that. And the thing is that there's numerous of an untold tale that no one ever knew. From when Apocalypse was still young, he fought against the young Thor with the Jawbone, but it is an axe. This was actually mentioned from the pages of the Uncanny Avengers, and not to mention that he also fought Dracula. So I just thought maybe that was considered as a fun fact.
World domination. To accomplish his big dream, Apocalypse needed something more.
But that would all change upon the arrival of a certain mutant messiah.
Cable.
Okay, so first, Apocalypse found some space tech that belonged to Celestials, basically Marvel's gods.
Despite its amazing potential, he wasn't able to make use of the technology until the
Like
time
you?
traveler Cable showed up to kill him. Instead, Cable accidentally infected Apocalypse with a techno-organic virus, a disease that turns organic matter to futuristic technology.
Turns out, this is exactly what Apocalypse needed to access the Celestial tech. With the promise that he would repay the Celestials later, he was bestowed a gem that would change the game forever. This is a Death Seed, a celestial artifact with the purpose of leading Earth into a higher evolved form. By injecting a Death Seed into someone, they are transfigured into one of Apocalypse's horsemen, a being of incredibly fatal power.
Don't forget about that techno-organic virus either. Controlling the virus means controlling all technology with your mind. Cable couldn't tame it, but Apocalypse's power is so vast, he had no issues controlling it.
So, take a
and which is that the same death seed that was used on Angel, which that he became Archangel. And now I'm not 100% sure. It was more like a brainwash to Wolverine that he became War, and used it on Gambit becoming as Death. Also, another fun fact. Sorry, I know I shouldn't pause like that, but
God Pyramid, add a super tech virus, multiply the X gene, and what do you get? An Apocalypse who is unrecognizable from his meager past. With these three under his command, any superpower you can think of is now at his disposal.
Apocalypse can teleport, blast all sorts of energy, turn invisible, regenerate limbs, read minds, and friggin' fly. Look at him whiz!
Yep.
He's got his hands behind his back, and
yep,
he just doesn't give a
can
shit.
do that.
And most impressive is his ability to siphon energy. He once absorbed Cyclops' laser with his bare hand, the same laser that can split planets.
It wasn't long before the virus incorporated technology into his molecules. With mere thoughts, he can construct fake bodies, entire robot armies, and even morph himself into a kaiju. At his peak, virtually no one stands a chance.
X-Men
On a bad
versus
day,
Street Fighter.
Apocalypse bodied 6 of the strongest X-Men in a minute.
His telepathy alone contends with Jean Grey, one of the greatest psychics in Marvel.
He's out
And
muscled
Omega
and
level.
outpaced both Hulk and Thor. And we all know how crazy those two are. We're talking about heroes able to destroy the Marvel Universe. And in an alternate timeline,
Yep.
Apocalypse even slaughtered a Celestial with his bare hands. His bare freaking hands! Wow, way to pay him back for that solid they did you, bro.
With that death seed in tow, it's hard to attribute Apocalypse as anything but a force of nature, especially when said death seed has mutated beings capable of fighting the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity and the primal force of life. In fact, Dr. Doom claims the death seed is directly comparable to the Phoenix itself.
So much pain, so many bodies. Apocalypse is an agent of
that's
war and
one
has the
part I
scars
did not
to
know
back
about
it up.
that, but it
And
makes
even when
sense.
someone manages to take him down, so long as he's got blood, metal, and that death seed, he'll just keep coming back again and again and again.
Ball would be proud. For what is more inevitable and more dramatic to the annihilation of humans than
he
the
would be
Apocalypse
proud, all right.
himself. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's go, let's go. Okay, we went from the comic book panel. Is this the future? Okay, yeah, I think I see him. I see Apocalypse. Okay, hold the shit on. This is sick. This is a boss theme right there. This is so sick. Let's go, baby. Come on, Adam. You gotta do better than that. This is so sick. I can hear the lyrics. Jesus.
Your counsel will aid you no longer.
I love this shit, man.
Your kind will learn to fear me soon enough.
I'm already feeling it. I'm feeling it from him. Okay, so he's gonna use the yellow lantern ring. Break it.
Get the hell out of my country.
Look. Oh, the use of that sprite from the X-Men. Yeah, I know. I talked about that 3 times.
I refuse to relinquish my home to you heretics. Shut up!
Ooh! Oh my god. As long as he, yeah, the Death Seed.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Jeez. That's overkill, man.
I never offered you a choice. Now,
Damn.
everything you've built will fall.
Damn. Goodness, that's extreme. But it's over.
Sabanur sure brought the apocalypse to Kondak. And our camera, goddammit! Is this gonna be like, what, 30 whole
Yeah, I
dollars?
saw that.
Fuck, man.
This result surprised us. For what it's worth, both Black Adam and Apocalypse displayed ludicrous levels of godlike ability.
Both of their power supplies compared to cosmic beings like the Phoenix and Super Gandalf. And both fought heroes like Thor and Wonder Woman.
Right, the victor could not be deduced by strength and speed alone. Rather, it depended on how their abilities countered each other. In that regard, Apocalypse held many advantages.
For starters, he could one-up the living
Yeah,
lightning.
that.
For almost any power Black Adam had, Apocalypse had a better version of it, and then some.
Frankly, half of Black Adam's pantheon granted him abilities that Apocalypse possessed through his mutant genes alone, notwithstanding all his other abilities from Celestial Tech, the Techno-Organic Virus, and the Death Seed.
Well, Black Adam did have something Apocalypse didn't. The wisdom of Sahuti. Big Brain God could definitely clue him in on that Death Seed stuff.
And without a Death Seed, Apocalypse would not have fared nearly as well against Black Adam's strength and tenacity.
So to win, Black Adam would have needed to figure out how to destroy the Death Seed, but Apocalypse could defend against that and had way more options for his own victory.
His telepathy got the best of Jean Grey, and there's no reason Apocalypse couldn't mind-read Black Adam. The courage of Mehen may have safeguarded him from mental attacks, but it never made him immune to telepathy outright.
But most importantly, Apocalypse could absorb all of Black Adam's energy powers and turn him right back around.
The living lightning may be enchanted, but it is still lightning. It's frequently displayed properties of ionized energy. Thus, there's no reason Apocalypse couldn't absorb it for himself. Plus, it's been shared between people many times before, and the more it's given to other hosts, the weaker the original bearer becomes. Hell, stealing the power of the living lightning is how Teth Adam became Black Adam in the first place, so Apocalypse could do the same.
By slurping up Black Adam's magic, Apocalypse grew in power while Black Adam got weaker. It was only a matter of time before Black Adam was literally helpless against the end of all things.
Black Adam may have been power incarnate, but Apocalypse's wide array of powers and specific counters to the living lightning meant he could rise to the challenge.
Teth thought he had him until Noor gave him the boot.
The winner is Apocalypse.
Alright, who's next? Truck? Silver? Okay. Dragon Ball? Oh, okay, wait a minute. So, we're actually going to have Trunks from Super Dragon Ball Heroes versus Silver, the Archie Sonic comics, right? Okay, this is going to be interesting. Yeah. Hey, all I can say is cool beans. So, okay. Black Adam may possess the powers of the pantheon gods, which the Egyptian gods, but Apocalypse is a whole nother level, especially with the Death Seed, the X gene, and also with the powers of the Celestial. It makes him pretty hard to be killed, and that he can regenerate. And especially that he could hold any energy projectiles, like the example that showed that he can hold Cyclops' optic beam, and that he can absorb energy and bounce it right back to them. But it was a close stalemate there, but Apocalypse has more advantage, and especially that he can adapt his body through his molecular structure, and that he can grow any size that he chooses. And once again, the size from X-Men versus Street Fighter, so I already established that. So that's a overkill, don't you think? I mean, goddamn! I didn't think I should have known that Apocalypse is brutal as hell, but that was a bit overkill. Just give it a fine example for those that you challenge to a god, and this will happen to you. So that's a pretty statement there. But what are your thoughts of the episode? What are your thoughts that wish that could have come differently of the outcome of the fight? But I would like to hear it though. And also, if you enjoyed it, leave a likes, and I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and be safe.